Hello IFOC chaplains. We recently posted a blog about crisis on our website under IFOC News, which can be found under the Resources tab of the IFOC homepage. I wanted to take a moment to highlight something from this blog, and that's, what is a crisis? You see, so often the world around us tries to define what is and is not a crisis for us. Is a crisis something that's limited to the kinds of things that we can find on the front page of the newspaper? Is it only something that involves a person dying? More and more it seems that something becomes a crisis only when someone on TV tells us that it is. What about the smaller things that happen to us suddenly and interrupt our day? How about something as small as misplacing your cell phone? When we compare it to the stories on the news, it can seem too small of an issue to call a crisis, until it's our cell phone that's gone missing during a trip to town to run errands. Then all of a sudden, it can seem to be so much bigger. At IFOC, we define a crisis as any situation that exceeds your current ability to normally cope with. You see, the person experiencing the situation gets to determine whether it's a crisis or not the people looking in from the outside. What I think is a crisis can be different than what anyone else measures the situation by. This is so important to chaplaincy and how we can see the people that God puts in our path. If we take our judgments about a crisis or an emergency out of the picture, it can help us see it through another's eyes. We can better understand them and their reactions to the situation. We will get an opportunity to validate how they feel. You see, allowing them to define the crisis helps us increase our level of empathy for them, which influences our ability to respond to people with the heart of God. It helps us love them better in that moment. We are entering the holiday season, which, for many, is a combination of both joy and stress. Let's give those we encounter this month the right to define a crisis in their lives and respond to them with patience, grace, and mercy, even if we don't see the situation the same way. Let's also give ourselves some grace if we experience stress. Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to be human too. God doesn't expect us to pretend that crisis doesn't exist. He wants to be with us when we experience those moments. Remember, Christmas is about Emmanuel, or God with us. In the good days and the bad, He is right here, right now. That's the power of chaplaincy after all, the ministry of presence. His presence with us, no matter where we go or what we do. See, Jesus is still the best Christmas present the world ever received. We will be continuing our blog on crisis and crisis intervention every month during the beginning of 2022, so keep an eye out for them. Here at IFOC headquarters, we want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Until next time.